Ugh. Ugh. And then the cheetah says, that should teach that rock and roller a lesson. It's my chance to steal her race car. In the just like that, when the cheetah says, this is my chance to take her race car. Then the cheetah says, and it'll be my race car now. Ha 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 ha. Where Rainbow Dash says, we need the Deer Squad. Where Rainbow Dash says, awesome, thank you, Deer Squad. Where Rainbow Dash says, hey, where's my race car? Where the cheetah says, I had it. Good day. Where Rainbow Dash says, uh-oh, I can't race against the cheetah about my race car. Where Rainbow Dash says, somebody has to race against her. Where Rainbow Dash says, I know, Lola, how about you get raced against the cheetah? Where Lola says, me? Where Rainbow Dash says, yeah, you could do this, little sis. Where Lola asks, I don't think I can, Rainbow. She's really fast. Where Rainbow Dash says, you've been so brave today, little sis. Remember, fearless? Where Lola says, where Rainbow Dash says, don't worry, little sis. You got this. Where Lola says, well, okay. Where Rainbow Dash says, you got this, little sis. And the just like that, where Rainbow Dash says, you got this, little sis. Where Lola says, well, okay. And then the cheetah says, and now nobody race against me now. Where the cheetah says, what? That pesky deer's racing against me? Ugh. Where the cheetah says, I gotta shoot that pesky deer somehow. I know, activate Super World. Where Lola says, whoa. Where Rainbow Dash says, little sis, are you okay? And the just like that, where Rainbow Dash says, little sis, are you okay? Then Lola says, I'm fine, but she's really fast. Where Rainbow Dash says, don't worry, you can race against her. You got this, little sis. Also, the cheetah says, she's too fast, and I'm fast. I had to race against her somehow. Where Lola says, hey, Rainbow Dash, did you hear that? She's got the Super World as I do. Activate Super World. And then the cheetah says, whoa. And then DJ Palm Free says, and the winner is Lola. And then the cheetah says, whoa. Which way to the finish line? And then the cheetah says, whoa. And then she got squirted. And then she was blue. And then the cheetah says, oof. And then she was really dizzy. And then Rip says, I knew those were my speakers. Where Sun says, Shimmer says, and my shields. Then Applejack says, and my wheels. Where Rainbow Dash says, and is that the engine for my race car? Where Lola says, so that's why you took all the race cars. Then the cheetah says, yeah, I kinda cheated a little. Where Scout says, well, Cousin Cheetah, looks like you're having a bad day. Here, need a ride? Where the cheetah says, I guess. Then the cheetah says, wait, where are you going? Scout, don't leave without me. Wait for me. Where Rainbow Dash says, and the winner is Lola. Where Rainbow Dash says, little sis, I knew you could do it. You're my best racer in the world, where Rainbow Dash says, you can be part of my memory in the race, where Lola says, me, where Rainbow Dash says, yeah, I knew you could do it, little sis. You were so brave today, and you finally win, and you finally race against the cheetah. You can be part of my memory, where Lola says, great idea, I can be part of your memory, where Rainbow Dash says, that's the little sis I remember, where Rainbow Dash says, you can be part of my memory, where Scout says, well, Cousin Cheetah, let's go home, since Lola won, where the cheetah says, yeah, let's go, and then the cheetah says, hey, where are you going? Don't leave without me, or when Scout says, Cousin Cheetah, can I get you anything else? Then the cheetah says, how about some more milk? Where Scout says, sorry, cuz, we're all out of more milk. And anything else? Then Fuchsia Blush says, ugh. And then the cheetah says, quiet, everybody. Here comes my favorite part. Where the cheetah says, see, and this is where I, the cheetah, was winning. Where the cheetah says, what? Then the cheetah says, forgot about that part. I didn't win. This is a terrible scream. That pesky deer's trophy is in Crystal Prep. How am I supposed to get that? Where Scout says, no worries, Cousin Cheetah. How about you can race against her again? Where the Cheetah says, that's true, but I don't want to do that again like I did before. Where Scout says, it's fun, Cousin Cheetah. Here, I have some old photos about me racing against the Deer Squad. Where Scout says, here's me racing against